Good evening. I don't know why I feel a little bit like Rodney Dangerfield, the late Rodney Dangerfield. I should grab my tie when I read this line, but it's not easy. It's not easy going green, especially when you're talking about a large factory. But several Rochester manufacturers, including Kodak, are trying to do just that. Today, the U.S. Assistant Commerce Secretary and a team of international experts looked at those efforts. 13 WAM's Rachel Barnhart went along.
Harbeck is the gold standard for green. A wind turbine saves the plastics manufacturer thousands of dollars a year in energy. A retention pond also provides water for machine cooling and fire suppression. The CEO says every green project must pay for itself.
You save money by being environmentally correct, by using energy more completely, or by using renewable energy.
Harbeck's environmental efforts is why it was included on a tour hosted by Rochester Institute of Technology Sustainability Institute. Kodak was another stop, an example of a much larger plant that's going green. This year, Kodak made a new kiosk that does not use any chemicals or water to print pictures. The donor ribbon is also recyclable.
So as I said, we started on this one as a ground-up approach to make sure that we are environmentally friendly.
This kiosk requires 90% less energy to run, one reason it's now in 90,000 locations worldwide. The U.S. Assistant Commerce Secretary, who was along for the tour, said growing green can make green.
The government's goal, of course, is to make sure we highlight all of these best practices so that small and medium-sized enterprises can benefit from the advances made by the larger ones, such as Kodak and Xerox.
Since 2002, Kodak has cut its greenhouse gas emissions by more than a third, uses 6.5% less water, and recycles 42 million pounds of waste. Xerox was also on the tour. Like Kodak, Xerox says it has dramatically decreased energy use while increasing recycling.
This is it. This is what's happening at Harbeck with energy right now.
Harbeck's CEO says that despite these efforts, more companies need to get in on the act before Rochester is considered a leader in sustainability.
I think we're just getting started. I desperately hope that it will be. I think it could be, but it's going to take doing things, not talking about them.
And Wayne County is now considering a sustainable industrial park modeled after Harbeck's success. RIT Sustainability Institute is the only one of its kind in the eastern U.S., and it hopes to be a big resource for these businesses in the years to come.
Looking back, we can all remember the criticism Kodak and others took for polluting the atmosphere and people pointing out the smokestacks. And a lot of that, it would seem anyway, is just a result of being reduced. I mean, the buildings are gone at Kodak Park. Is a lot of this just their reduction overall?
Yeah, I asked that. You'd think that their emissions reduced just simply because Kodak Park shrunk. They actually did the calculation. About 40% of the emissions reduction is simply because of downsizing. They attribute the rest to being more efficient.
Okay. Hey, thank you, Rachel.